Not much is known about Marvel's Spider-Man 2. We do know that it's the sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man. We know that it will feature both Peter and Miles as Spider-Man. Venom is confirmed, and when the first trailer was released, we learned that Kraven would play a factor in this game. And that's really it. The question I have is, what kind of factor or role could we see Kraven have in this game? It sounds as if he's going to be a central part of the story, which came as a surprise to many of us when we heard his voice in the trailer we got in 2021. So let's start with what I do know about Kraven in this game, or at least some things I think I know. Alright, I'm fairly certain that Kraven is going to be a fresh villain for Spider-Man in Insomniac's universe. The reason I say that is because there was no mention of him in the first Marvel Spider-Man game. There were no backpack Easter eggs of him like the other villains. There was no Kraven the Hunter costumes at the Halloween party. Nothing. This is a fresh and brand new villain for Peter Parker in this universe, which does excite me. The one thing that could cause some doubt as to whether or not Peter knows who Kraven is the fact that Peter seems to have a history with Chameleon, who happens to be the half-brother of Kraven. But just because he dealt with Chameleon doesn't necessarily mean that he knows of Kraven or has dealt with him in the past. So now that we've established that Kraven is a brand new villain within this particular universe, what could his role in this story be? The most popular theory out there is one that I kind of tend to agree with, and that is Kraven is hired by Norman Osborn to track down his son, who has now turned into Venom. It would make sense for Norman to hire the world's greatest hunter to track down his son. Another theory is that he was hired to track down Spider-Man, who now has the symbiote that was once keeping his son alive. And without the symbiote, Harry is bound to die from his illness. But a very real and simple possibility could be that Kraven has no business or ties to Osborn, and he's just heard about Spider-Man through his brother and is looking for a challenging hunt, especially if there are two Spider-Man in New York City. As a side note, I could totally see Kraven being a very Miles Morales-centric villain in the way that Rhino was for Miles in the previous games. Like, I could kind of see some stealth missions where Kraven is tracking you down as you play as Miles, and you're trying to quietly get away while using your camo and other stealth tactics. I just think that would be really cool. But yeah, I could see a real possibility that Kraven has nothing to do with the Osborns, and he has his own motivations in this game. No matter what his motivations are in this game, I really do hope that they take a very dark and ruthless approach to this character. I'd be interested to see if Insomniac would dare touch Kraven's Last Hunt storyline, but put their own Insomniac twist on it. It would be pretty tough to fully adapt that story, especially with Venom playing a big part of this game. But, I mean, it's a pretty dark story, and something that I'm hoping to see is a darker story in this game. So if they could adapt parts of that story, it'd be pretty awesome. But like I said, we don't really know the scale of Kraven's role in this game and how big a factor he will actually play. Until we hear more about the game, anything is on the table. But what do you guys want to see from Kraven in this game? I'd love to see all of your ideas and theories, so we can all just discuss it. Let me know in the comments down below. I also just want to say that if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, but you do watch my videos, it would mean the world to me if you did subscribe and let me know in the comments. A whopping 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to me, and I would love to fix that. You guys know that I will have you covered with all things Marvel Spider-Man 2 on the channel. But that's going to be it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.